The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Radio is magic. Radio transmits fast and far in seconds. As King Radio takes your business to your customer at the speed of light. We are 98.5 Speed FM. See radio differently at askingradio.com or call 080 99 ASKING now. That's 080 99 275464.
As King Radio, 98.5 Speed FM. Catch us if you can.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow sun. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. Same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Women of Speed, and I am Mrs. James, otherwise known as GrandMa Jighjigh. Have you been inspired from our stories? Women of Speed brings a story to inspire you. Did you learn anything that will inspire you to do something probably you wish to do but you couldn't at that time? What do you think? Do you think you can relive your dream today? I am doing so, sitting here and talking to you on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. I have said before, I am Mrs. James, also known as GrandMa Jighjigh. This is actually the third edition, and so far I have told my own story of how my father, who was a broadcast journalist at that time, didn't allow me to follow my dream of being a broadcast journalist myself. Now I'm in my late 60s, and here I am living my dream. Do you want to do the same? It's never too late. You can see from me, it is never too late. You can live your dream as long as you still have that passion to relieve your desire. So far, we've also told you a story of a listener who originally was from Plateau, but now lives in Italy. how she got pregnant at the age of 13, and eventually her daughter also got pregnant at the same age of 13. She is now in Italy and went through Libya. You know how dangerous crossing that desert to Libya can be. But fortunately, she survived, and she now lives in Italy. She wants to move her daughters to Italy. Her story.
I'm from Plateau State originally, but now I'm in Italy.
Okay. Alone or with your children?
My story goes like this. I'm a single mother of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they are girls. They are in Nigeria now.
Okay.
Yeah. I was 13 years when I had my first pregnant. The boy denied that he's not the one.
Okay.
But that time I just finished primary school. So my parents sent me away. That I want to born bastard because he don't have father. So the child is not welcome because he don't have father. Then take me away. So start struggling. There is one of my friends that their mother did house for them. She separated with their father. The mother is the one scattering for them. They are 3. So I went to stay with her. I started struggling. So I started struggling at tender age. I start anybody that is from Plateau, you know how women always there. So I start hawking yam. I start hawking rice potatoes. I start hawking anything that I went to market. I know that if I sell, I will see something to take care of myself because by then I was still pregnant. So before you know, I give birth to a baby girl. My mother come and told her that I'm suffering, even to food to eat it will be difficult, and the baby, she come and took the baby away. Then begged me to come back home. I come back home. Every day my mother will insult me. I bring disgrace to her. And by that time, she's not with my father. She married another man. So it was very difficult for me. I still run away from the house again and leave the baby.
Wow.
So later on, they begged me again. I went out to struggle again. I still come back to the house. Before you know, I run away. I leave her with the baby. After the baby is 5 years, I run away. I travel to another state. I travel to Zamfara State. When I went to Zamfara State, I went to learn hairdressing. To go back to school is not easy for me because no one to help me. And by that time, I was 21 years or 20 years because I was 13 to 14. I did that. So I look up, I look down, nothing to do. I decided to go and start learning work. I went and learned hairdressing. Then before I can graduate to the hairdressing salon to have my own, somebody helped me to open my own shop. I did not wait to collect my certificate. So the person that helped me to open that salon, before you know, we start relationship again. I got another pregnant. I born another child again. Before you know, that man has accident and died. A policeman in Sokoto State. The man died. I start at square one again. Nobody to help. I don't know the family of this man. I don't know where he come. But although he say he come from Adamawa State, he have brother in Abuja. I know the brother. Up to today, those people, they don't even know where that child is. I'm the only one scattering for them. So the struggling was too much for me. Sometimes even to eat, we had the chocolate of to give the children. But I thank God, I decided to travel to Italy by Libya. It's not easy, although you see many people die, many people. When I remember this story, tears will be dropping on my eye. People that were together that then died.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
But you need to struggle. You need to be strong for you and your children. So by the grace of God, my children are going to school. Even my first daughter now, she have 2 children also in tender age because no father, no mother. They are just living their life. They are staying with my mother.
But is she married?
Like the small one now, she's with my mother because before I travel.
Did your
She
first
did not
daughter
marry.
get okay?
You know, in Plateau, where you are, she did not marry. My first daughter, she did not marry. She's just the same as, you know. Like
she
in
went
Plateau,
the same way you
don't have
did.
somebody to care for you. I have brothers, I have sisters. Yes. She born 2 boys, and me, I born 2 girls. So as I'm talking to you now, I'm planning to take them along to me and leave the grandchildren there because they are men.
Okay.
So I thank God for life. Now they are going to school. I'm scattering for them. Up to now, I think so. I cannot marry because if I think of marriage, I will say, I don't want something that happened to me years back to happen to me again. To be another single mother of family. So up to now, I'm 30. I'm going to 36 years October. But to marry is difficult for me because I'm thinking about those children. If I marry, who can take care of them? Who can pay their school fees? Who can give them food to eat? So that mentality is still on my head. But by the grace of God, we are still pushing.
By the grace of God.
I thank God for this program today. I'm speaking my story for people out there to.
This is Women of Speed on Speed FM 98.5 Makudi, and we are coming to you live. Actually, this is my third time around, and we are still talking about Women of Speed, telling stories that will inspire somebody. And that's the lady from Plateau, now living in Italy. That was her story. Did you learn something? Did her story inspire you? What do you have to say? What do you think? Do you have any other? Please, we don't want castigation. Don't blame her, because she was actually not wayward. At that young age, that impressionable age, she was lured and she got pregnant, and her parents disowned her, and so she turned out to be what she is. But you can hear the pain in her story. She struggled, but she was determined to make it. That's why at a point she went into hairdressing, and still death came calling on the young man who set her up, set the hairdressing, and she wanted to start a family, but death came calling, and so she was back to square one. She went to Italy through a very grueling journey. You know how the desert, how harmful, how dangerous the desert can be. But she went through the desert. She talked about people who died behind her, beside her, in front of her. She saw death. But by God's grace, she survived through Libya into Italy. Now she wants her children to join her. Remember what she said? We need to be strong. We need to work hard like she did. Are you inspired? Call us and tell us on 0808 427 5464. And that is 0808 427 5464. And let's hear your own story. Are you inspired? Tell us your inspiration. Did you have dreams that you could not relive them? Tell us how it be. Tell us what you did and tell us what you are doing now. Are you realizing the dream now, or you couldn't and you changed your mind and you are doing something else? Let us hear on 0808 427 5464. So, any comment on this lady's story? Please call us 0808 427 5464. Like I said earlier, I am GrandMa Jighjigh, a woman of speed. Are you a woman of speed? Call us and let's hear your own inspiring story.
wanna stay here with you. You are.
Are you there, women of speed? I'm still here, GrandMa Jighjigh, talking to you on Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And if you're a woman of speed and you're listening to me, let's hear your own story. It may inspire somebody. Like you heard from the lady from Italy, she was determined to make it and she went through hardship, whatever kind of hardship you think of. Is it death? Is it a crossing of the Mediterranean? She did all in order to be where she is. Let's hear your own story. We are still awaiting your call on 0808 427 5464. Send your contributions to inspire somebody. Comment on the last story to inspire somebody. Do you think our story was inspiring enough? Okay, women of speed, while I wait for your call, let's take the last story. Last week on Women of Speed, we also had a young, an old elderly lady who also had inspiration, but her inspirations were quashed at age 12 when she got married to somebody whom she believed could help her to live her dream of becoming a nurse. The mother wanted her to get married early as a result of her illness. She felt, or she knew, she was not going to make it, or she was not going to stay too long. So she wanted the daughter to get married in order for her to have somebody to feed her for the remaining days of her life. Unfortunately, the husband quashed her dreams of becoming a nurse. She said while she was in the hospital with her mom, she watched the nurses, admired the way they carried themselves, the way they did their jobs and everything. And so she wanted to be a nurse. But at age 12, when she got married, that dream was quashed. Like mine was quashed too early in my life. When I wanted to be a broadcast journalist, my father said, no, you can't be, because I'm not enjoying being a broadcast journalist. In our own case, the husband said, no, you cannot go to school, because if I allow you to go to school, you may fall in love with somebody else and leave me. And so her dream was quashed. Well, she still nursed that dream. At age 12, she got married, like as we learned. At age 13, she gave birth to a baby girl and believed or thought she could live her dream through her child, her daughter. But unfortunately, death came calling. And so she couldn't be, her daughter still couldn't be a nurse. But then her son gave birth to a daughter, and now she's grooming that daughter to live her dream. Her granddaughter, she wants her granddaughter, that is, to become a nurse. And to show you how determined she is to accomplish her 12-year dream, or the dream she had when she was just 12, she is saving money in a fixed deposit account for her granddaughter to train to be a nurse. Listen to the summary of her story. Sorry, I have a call. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, good evening. Women
Good
of
evening.
Speed.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Grace here.
That is
I want to talk about the woman in Italy.
okay. Mrs. Grace, you're here.
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Grace, go ahead and make your comment. It may
My
inspire
comment
somebody.
is a question number one. And then I want to know how she would like those children to go and meet her in Italy. Are they going to take the same route she went, or she has enough money with visa to take them there? That's my question.
Okay.
Because the children may not be as strong as she was to escape that.
Yes.
So I'm afraid why she has the money, and she has the money, why can't she train the children in the country? That's my fear.
Okay.
I like her courage, but sometimes we have to be more courageous.
Yeah.
You have first pregnancy. You say we should not say any other thing, so I don't want to say it. But it should help us women that if you are disappointed once, twice, 3 times, you should die away.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mrs. Grace.
She should try and train those children in Nigeria. They should not go through the Atlantic Ocean as she went.
Okay.
That trauma is with her till tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Grace. So you're advising her to train the kids, the children, the daughters in the country, Nigeria. She should not put them through the same hassles or dangers that she went through in order to get to Italy. Thank you, Mrs. Grace. So you can still get to us. You can still contribute on 0808 427 5464. Let's hear your contribution. It might inspire somebody. I hope she's listening. She's always on listening to Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM while she's in Italy. That's why she was able to contribute. So wherever you are listening around the world, you can contact us on 0808 427 5464. We're also streaming live on Facebook and online on askingradio.com. So bring in your questions or give your advice, comment that will inspire somebody. Were you disappointed at one time in your life? You couldn't meet up your dreams? What are you doing now? Are you reliving those dreams, or have you changed your mind and you are doing something else? How did it go? What did you do to achieve your dream one way or the other? Call us on 0808 427 5464. So we're talking on the grandma that could not be a nurse but is reliving her dreams through her granddaughter. And as we said before, she wants the grandchild to become a nurse, and so she's saving money in a fixed deposit account for this reason. She wants her dreams to be relieved by her child. She couldn't do it. She can't do it unlike me. Look, I'm sitting at the radio and I'm talking to you on my program. I'm reliving my dream, but she can't do that. She can't, at her age, begin to go back to begin training as a nurse. And so she wants to relive her dreams in her granddaughter. Tell us your own story. It might inspire somebody. Were you inspired by the grandmother who wants her granddaughter to be a nurse? Please contribute. Make informed contribution. We don't want sympathy. We want to inspire somebody. We want to get somebody to learn a thing or two and do something. Did you struggle to be where you are? Have you been training your children? Are you a child of somebody who struggled and went through so much in order to get you educated and achieve your dream? Tell us your story. It might inspire somebody. I couldn't be a broadcast journalist, but I trained my 2 daughters to be broadcast journalists, and today, a great grandmother. I'm living my dreams. How about you? Tell us your story. It might inspire somebody. 08084 27 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call us to make your contribution. So, like I said, Madam Rose, who spoke on Women of Speed last week, she told us her story. She admired the nurses. She admired the profession. She admired the people who were nurses and wanted to be part of it. She wanted to be one, but she couldn't because she got married too early. Her mother couldn't pay her school fees through school, and so she had to get married at age 12 in order to fulfill her mother's dream. It could be that was the reason, what made her, that was what informed her to try to relive her dream through her grandchild, her child and her grandchild, because she was reliving the mother's dream by getting married early in order to feed the mother. Like she said, the mother said she wanted somebody. Hello? Please move away from your radio, Rio Queen.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, Women of Speed.
Good evening. The same Mrs. Grace here.
Okay,
on the line.
Okay, Mrs. Grace.
Well, I want to thank you very much for the program.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, right now I'm in government college watching the boys play.
Okay.
Because I grew up in sports, and I I left athletics to be to a referee. So I couldn't get the FIFA referee that I desired because my age would not allow me to get into FIFA badge. What I did, I
Sorry,
had to put in children.
sorry. You wanted to be a referee, or you want? Sorry, Mrs. Grace. You wanted to be a referee, or you wanted to be a? Hello. Sorry, we lost that call. Please call again, Mrs. Grace, and tell us how it was. What happened at your younger age, or are you still young? Are you older? Tell us how it all began. At your younger age, did you want to be a referee or a footballer? What sport did you aspire to play or to be? And what happened? And what are you now? Call us again, Mrs. Grace. Sorry we lost your call. 08084 275464. Call us to contribute. So that is it. Our guest last week told us how she wanted to be a nurse, but she couldn't because her husband, the person she married at age 12, refused to help her achieve her dream by refusing to put her through school for fear that she will fall in love with another man and leave him. Hello, good afternoon, Women of Speed, 98.5 Speed FM. Yeah. Tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Captain Edward.
Captain Edward.
Yes.
Okay, Captain Edward.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
Pardon? I'm calling in Makere here.
Okay.
That story is the topic you bring today is very interesting.
Yeah, thank you. Which of the topics? Which of the topics are you talking?
And my mother let me to a far distance go and marry there. But unfortunately, he could not born there. He only born us two. We're all male.
Okay.
Then I struggled myself. I said, what can I do? I started farming at early age. I would farm for people, get money, and pay my school fees. Then I trained myself. I become a football player.
Okay.
Sometimes in the one term, I may not pay school fees. The headmaster will say, okay, these boys, anytime they call us so much, we must make us win. So that is why I managed my life throughout. I finished primary school to secondary school. Do different things with determination and praying to my God to come to my aid, help me. So fortunate for me, after I finished my secondary school, 1967, then by 1968, April 4th, 1968, I was documented at the Nigerian Army Depot area.
Okay.
I joined the army. I said, well, if I die, no problem. Anywhere you there, you can die. Then I was in the army for 35 years. And fortunate for me again, I become an officer in the Nigerian Army. I retired as a captain.
Wow.
Yes, I'm here, Makodi here.
That's impressive.
I'm not telling the young ones who don't want to do anything. They always take to crime. Yeah? It's when they see somebody who has struggles and get something kicked, then they will try to go and pick it. They want to get rich in 24 hours. It's not so. Struggle. Ask your God will help you. So I did. And here am I today. Having six children, and I train all of them. Some are nurses. My last born now is having PhD now.
Wow.
And I have one of my daughter now is in SS. One is now working with the Federal Medical Center as a doctor's assisted nurse in the theater. You also know how to operate. So I'm calling the young ones. Let them struggle. Forget about all these bad things that they are doing. All this criminality. They should put aside it and and work hard for their life, God will help you. They will achieve it just as I did. Thank you.
Thank you. Man of speed. Captain Edward just told us his side of how he grew up as a young farmer. He says their mother left them when they were quite young, and he had to farm in order to earn money to pay his way through primary and secondary school. He got conscripted into the Nigerian army and rose to the rank of a captain. He retired after serving for 35 years, and now he is a father of a PhD holder, a doctor's assistant, theater assistant. His story is really inspiring. Thank you very much, Captain Edward. You can still call to contribute. What the stories we're telling on this program are to inspire and help somebody realize his or her dream. And if you were able to realize your dream after struggle, remember what he also says: struggle and work hard. Just as the lady from Italy said, he said, struggle, you need to be strong, you need to work hard, you need to struggle. Nothing comes easy. Life has never been easy, I can tell you that. There are so many of us who struggle to pay our children's school fees through primary, secondary, and the university, as the case is, or the case may be. So, nothing comes easy. Do not wait for somebody to sweat and struggle through life, and then you go to pick it for free. It is never done. Call us and contribute, and your story may inspire somebody on 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. So, can we hear Mrs. Usu's story? Let's hear her story.
My mother, I want to be a nurse, and my mother is very, very sick for quite a long time. And my father is a poor person, a farm. And everybody know that before people are farming, they are nothing. So I don't feel go school. As I come marry, get child for the first daughter, I can't thank God. Say this one go bear me. You go for nursing. So finishing our secondary school, sickness come. I can't work out with him like 4 years. He can't die. I no fit do the ambition of the nurse again.
So since you couldn't live your dream as a nurse, you now desire that your daughter, what was her name?
Felicia
Akpado Usu. You decided that she should live your dream, isn't it?
Yes.
To become a nurse. But unfortunately, she died at the age of
24 years.
24. So what happened after that?
After that, I don't have anything to do till the brother come marry and the woman get birth to a daughter. And I still take God, say I thank you. My mission is going to finish for this one. It was 5 years now.
So since you couldn't relive your dream in your eldest daughter, Felicia, you now decided that your granddaughter, what's her name?
Mamkwase
Usu.
Yes.
Should live the dream that you had dreamt at age 12. You couldn't do it because there was nobody to pay. There was no money to pay your school fees, and your mother died early. And your daughter couldn't do it because she too died early.
Yes.
So now you want to relive your desire, your dream, on your granddaughter.
Yes.
Mamkwase Usu. Thank you very much. So now that you've desired that Mamkwase Usu should be the nurse. What steps have you taken so far?
I call the mother and they come. I open account. So even if I die, make them start from there to pay her school fees.
In order for her to become a nurse?
Yes. For I do this thing for 8 years. After 8 years, if I still there alive, I will still add. But now, na 8 years, I dey pay money.
You heard her story. Women of Speed on Speed FM 98.5 Makudi. Any comment to inspire anybody? Was her story inspiring? Please don't call and make negative comments. Our stories are supposed to inspire. This is what I dreamt of being, but I couldn't be that because for this reason. Now this is what I'm doing. I want to advise. I want to be advised. Call us on 0808 427 5464. Let's hear your side of the story. Let's hear your comment. Let's hear your contribution to Women of Speed. I am living my dream and I'm happily doing so. Thanks to Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I am now in my late 60s and I'm living my dream. Do you want to live your dream too? What are you doing to live your dream? I couldn't do that because my father didn't want me to, and I listened to him. But today, I'm doing it. I'm free. I am as free as air, doing it on 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. Thanks to the King who gave me this opportunity. Is somebody out there able to give somebody an opportunity to live his or her dream? Something that was quashed so many years ago, but can do it now. Can you do it now? Madam Rose couldn't do it, and so she's doing it through her granddaughter, Pam Kwasi. What about you? How your own be? Tell us your story. Do you want to join us on Asking Radio, on this program, Speed Women of Speed, to tell everybody your story, or do you want to call to contribute, to inspire somebody? 0808 427 5464. That is if you want to call and contribute. You call us on 0808 427 5464. We're also streaming online on Facebook and online at askingradio.com. You also had hello? So, like I said earlier, we are also streaming live on Facebook and online at askingradio.com. Or you can call us now to make a contribution on 0808 427 5464. We spoke with Captain Edward and you heard his story. Today, after going through so much, he was able to pay for himself through farming. He farmed to earn money to pay school fees for his primary and secondary. He later joined the army. He's now a retired captain in the Nigerian army after 35 years of service. And he has trained his children. One has a PhD, one is a doctor's assistant, theater assistant. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Women of Speed. Am I talking to a man of speed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Titus, coming from Northland.
Titus?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Titus. Let's hear your own story that will inspire somebody. Or you want to comment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, please.
My contribution is this. For me,
hello? We've lost that call. So, Mr. Titus, call us again. Somebody might be inspired by your story. 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call us and make a contribution. Or hello, good afternoon. Women of Speed.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I am Oko Emmanuel. I'm calling from Gadovila.
Okay, Oko. Okay, Oko.
Yes,
okay.
You get it correct.
Okay. Yeah. Are you contributing or telling us an inspiring story to inspire somebody?
Okay, yes. I want to contribute because my own story, I wanted to be a Reverend Father. That was my own
Dream, desire.
own dream.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't achieve that.
Mm.
But my prayer is that maybe by God's grace, one of my children, one of my sons, will do my dream.
Okay.
Because I couldn't achieve that because my father didn't allow me take the dream to the next level, because I am, as an African man, they normally pay attention to first-born sons.
Mm-hmm.
So because I am a first-born son, he couldn't allow me to achieve that.
Mm.
So I am married now. I'm blessed with a daughter. But by the grace of God, if I have
A son.
I have a son, I would like the son to complete my dream.
To live your dream. Thank you, Mr. Oko. So Mr. Oko wanted to be a Reverend Father, but his father never allowed it to be because he was the firstborn son, and the firstborn son must carry the lineage, and so he had to get married to bring an heir to the family. Now he's married. He wants, if God blesses him with a son, he wants the son to live his dream of becoming a Reverend Father. The same story as Mrs. Usu. Mrs. Usu wanted to be a nurse, and she couldn't be a nurse. Her daughter couldn't be a nurse, and now she wants her granddaughter to be a nurse. So the next time that she's saving, she has a fixed deposit, and she's saving so that the daughter, nothing should stop the granddaughter from becoming a nurse. Is it money to go to school and be trained as a nurse? Nothing is stopping her. Same thing with Mr. Oko from Gado Villa. He wanted to be a Reverend Father, and he couldn't be, but he's praying for his own son when he's born to be a Reverend Father. So, call us on 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Asking Radio. The program is Women of Speed with me, Mrs. James, also known as GrandMa Jighjigh. So we're here with stories that inspire. Do you have a story that will inspire anybody? Do you have an encouraging advice for any of the people who have participated on this program? Please call us on 0808 427 5464, and let's hear your contribution or your comment or advice to any of those who have already spoken to us. So we are slowly coming to the end of the program, and like I said earlier, if you want to get in touch, you can call us on 0808 427 5464. And if our listener from Italy is also listening in today, somebody asked the question, how is she going to get her children across to Italy? Is it through the same ordeal that she went through Libya to Italy? Or she suggested that she would be better off training her children here in Nigeria. So if she's listening to us, she can also contribute in our next week's program, Women of Speed, at 3 p.m. next week, Tuesday. So, it's Women of Speed on 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and I am Mrs. James, also known as GrandMa Jighjigh. I'm Gigi's grandmother, and that's my favorite grandson. I call him my golden boy, and hopefully he may choose to also be a broadcast journalist. I couldn't be a broadcast journalist, but I encouraged two of my daughters were broadcast journalists. You couldn't be what you want to be, but are you encouraging your child, or like Mrs. Usu, encouraging your grandchild? That would be great. So call us, or you can come and talk to people from the radio and be my guest next week if you can. Just call us and tell us you want to be our guest on 0808 427 5464. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to the producers of Women of Speed on 98.5 Speed M. I'm going to call it a day. My name is GrandMa Jighjigh, and I will see you again next week on Women of Speed.